Welcome back. Our next speaker is Berenice Alcántara Rojas, who is a professor at the Instituto de Investigaciones Históricas of the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico. She has specialized in the study of the Nahuatl language and culture of the 16th century. She has also specialized in the translation of texts in the Nahuatl language. Among her recent publications is the book chapter De Árboles Torcidos y Huertos Cuatripartitas, El Jardín Florido en el Arte Indocristiano del Siglo XVI. Please welcome Berenice Alcántara Rojas to present Translating Book 12, 5 Variations on the Same Text.
Sí. First, I want to thank the organizers of this wonderful event, and I want to thank all of you for being here today. I will start with a quote of Antoine Berman. The properly ethical aim of the Translation Act is receiving the foreign as foreign. The Nahuatl text that came to us in the Book 12 of the Florentine Codex, holding the Tlatelolca testimonies about the fall of Mexico, is a text that contains many voices and that had a complex and long process of elaboration. Within the great corpus of the Historia General, Book 12 was the first and the last to be composed. Fray Bernardino de Sahagún began compiling information about the conquest in the 1550s while residing in Tlatelolco, long before conceiving the project for the Historia General. From those first Tlatelolca testimonies, the Nahua intellectuals, collaborators of Sahagún, trained at the Colegio de Tlatelolco, assembled, a decade later, a complex narrative distributed in chapters and paragraphs. This narrative was translated into Castilian by Sahagún himself a few years before the Florentine Codex began to be manufactured. Although the Nahuatl text that had come to us is due to the pen of these Nahua intellectuals, it should not be forgotten that Sahagún himself intervened in the text in multiple ways. First, motivating the enunciation of the original stories. Second, defining the structure of the book. Third, urging the production of new vocabulary. And fourth, supervising the slow and arduous process of writing and transcribing the text. The result, as a whole, is a deeply complex, heterogeneous text constituted by segments from different times and including different voices. Of Book 12, 5 full versions have been prepared to date. The first is the version into Castilian prepared by Sahagún himself at the end of the 1560s, the one that was integrated into the Florentine Codex. The second, the version he wrote in 1585, preserved in an 1840 edition made by Carlos María de Bustamante, and in which Sahagún amended several passages. The third, the Spanish translation carried out by Ángel María Garibay in 1956. The fourth, the English version of Anderson and Dibble, finished in 1969. And finally, the English translation of James Lockhart from 1993, appeared with a comprehensive introductory study where he reflects for the first time on the characteristics of the Nahuatl text and explains some of his translation decisions. In translation, each of the choices made by the translator, not only at the level of the lexicon, but of grammatical forms, syntactic structures, rhetorical features, and style, reveals how the translator approaches the source text and the interpretation he makes of it. In translation, no choice is innocent, neutral, or mechanical, since every decision serves to construct a representation of the text, the language, and the culture of the other. Every choice is evidence of what Berman calls the horizon of the translator, a peculiar net conformed by the decisions made by the translator, his objectives when undertaking a certain translation, his postulates about what constitutes a good translation, the parameters adopted from the literary canon prevailing in his time, along with the ideological principles that regulate his behavior and the way he relates to the text written on languages other than his own. As a first approach to the translation horizons from which Sagun, Garibay, Anderson and Dibble, and James Lockhart elaborated their versions on Book 12, I will compare one same passages, taking as a methodological frame some categories proposed by translation scholars linked to the so-called ethical turn and the postcolonial studies. Rationalization. According to Berman, this process consists in neglecting the syntactic structures present in the source text by standardizing the syntax according to an ideal of order that exists only in the mind of the translator, and that shows his prejudices about the shortcomings he sees in the text written in non-European languages. Clarification. Where the original text plays with indeterminacy, the translator tends to add explanations and clarifications in favor of their audience. Ennoblement. This process consists in the creation of more beautiful, elevated, or elegant texts than their originals, according to the preferences of the translators. Archaization is the introduction of archaizing elements when the source text does not mark them, or vice versa, the cancellation of the intentional archaism that the source text itself contains. Translinguism, or linguistic hybridity. In the text elaborated within bilingual and colonized environments, is common the appearance of phenomena such as loanwords, explanatory glosses, neologism, and even code switching. Therefore, the translation of these phenomena into a third language, usually one that has the status of a national or dominant language, reveals not only the knowledge the translator possesses to identify these phenomena, but also his position towards this hybrid condition. Culture-specific items. It is known as culturems, signature concepts, or culture-specific items, all those lexical, grammatical, syntactic, pragmatic, or stylistic elements that are strongly tied to key notions and values within a given ideology or worldview. The way in which these culture-specific items are translated indicates how the translator chooses to represent the cultural difference. As Sherry Simons points out, translation is the materialization of our relationship to otherness, to experience through language of what is different. We must underline that in the West, there has been a trend to domesticate, beautify, clarify, and suppress in translation many of the elements and features where the otherness becomes evident, depending on the values of the rival culture, especially when dealing with texts that come from minority, inferiorized, or colonized cultures. As Lockhart proposed, Book 12 is the only truly narrative book within the Florentine Codex, and it is one of the few examples we have of this textual typology from the 16th century. This narrative is structured around scenes or episodes in which extremely visual images abound, created from the use of parallelism and parasynonyms. Also, in this book, a very peculiar vocabulary emerged, full of neologism, which at times seems to reproduce or intentionally create an all first encounters language, while on other occasions it is linked to conventions in use in the last third of the 16th century. Let's review now just a fragment of Chapter 7, where appears the account made by the ambassadors of Moctezuma from their first meeting with the expedition of Hernán Cortés. Using the method of analysis and textual segmentation proposed by William Bright, we can go deep into the structure and characteristics of the Nahuatl text. Chapter 7, where it is said the speech with which they, the messengers, the ones who have gone to see the ships, informed Moctezuma. When this was so, they immediately informed Moctezuma, so they told him how they were to be amazed, and they saw how their food was. And when they heard how the messengers made the report, he was very frightened, scared, and much admired their food. Much more, he fainted when he heard the manner in which the fire throwers fall to their order, hitting as when thunder falls from the sky. They will make people faint, our ears close. And when they fall, it seems that stone balls emerge from their bowels. They go pouring a drizzle of fire. They go throwing sparkles. And their smoke is very stinking, reeking. It makes hurts one's head. And when they stone a hill, it seems that it will fall apart, that it would crumble. And the trees around the ground, and the trees are ground from the blow, as if they could no longer be seen, as if someone blowing had disappeared them. All their war clothes are entirely of metal. Metal, what they cover themselves. Metal, what they cover their heads. Metal, their maquawitl. Metal, their bows. Metal, their sheets. Metal, their canes. Here, in addition to Moctezuma's fears, we can see the visual and cumulative effect of the parallelism in the construction of the episodes, the neologies, to name those new and unknown things that the Spaniard brought, such as the tlequiquisli, or fire thrower, the verbs in progressive forms that allow inserting a discourse into another, since they lead us from the reported speech narrative about what the messengers told to Moctezuma to the very narration of these messengers. We also see the power of parallelism and anaphora to build the vision of the marching Spaniards of cover in metal. Now, let's see what our translators did with this fragment. Sahagún, in his first version, developed a type of rewriting that does not correspond to a direct translation, but to what we today call a summary. In this summary, Sahagún recovers the essential information from the source text and uniforms, clarifies, and beautifies the style, always keeping it in reported speech. Likewise, he omits all the visual and sound effects created in the source text through parallelism, and he omits any type of recovery of that neological first encounter language. On the other hand, he makes a series of adaptations and additions using European references that are not present in the source text. As we can see, in the translation of the phrase "Hueltetzonhuitec" as "que parece cosa infernal," and in the addition he makes naming each of the weapons of the Spaniards. Through this, we can see that Sahagún approached the Nahuatl text prepared by his native collaborators not as a text that had a literary value of its own, but merely as a compendium of information. He had the clear intention to explain and domesticate the reference points by adapting them to an European cultural environment. Nothing remains in this version of those linguistic and stylistic features through which the authors of the Nahuatl text expressed their and Moctezuma's amazement. La Relación de la Conquista, written by Sahagún in 1585, according to the text edited by Bustamante, is not exactly a version of the Nahuatl text from the Florentine Codex, since Sahagún declares in the prologue that it comes from a corrected and augmented Nahuatl version, which unfortunately has not been preserved. In his Castilian text on this new version of the Chapter 7, Sahagún introduces a series of contextual data about the protocols and rituals to which the Moctezuma ambassadors submitted before being able to address their sovereign. Then, he reproduces the statement these ambassadors gave to Moctezuma in a first-person direct speech narrative. Within this narrative, he also adds new elements. Although, about the segment chosen as a point of comparison, he makes a much more sparse report. In 1956, Ángel María Garibay published his translation of the Nahuatl text of the Book 12 of the Florentine Codex, to complement his edition of the Spanish text of the Historia General. In the segment reviewed, Garibay reproduces not only the content, but much of the expressive and rhetorical features present in the source text. He reproduces parallelism, the description of things from a native point of view, the verbs in progressive forms that take us at the moment when these things were being described to Moctezuma. However, in some cases, and again with the phrase "Hueltetzonhuitec," which constitutes, of course, a cultural item, Garibay felt he needed to omit direct translation and insert instead a gloss to try to explain to a modern audience what this was. The same can be seen in this other fragment, where Garibay reproduces the syntactic structure, parallelism, anaphora, and images of the original text, but introduces clarifications to explain some points he considered obscure, choosing voices as capacete, sword, and iron, disambiguating the text. This eliminates the reference to a Mesoamerican weapon, the macuahuitl, used as a reference point in the Nahuatl text, and above all, this cancels a very important point of indeterminacy expressed in the Nahuatl text through the use of the voice tepostli, metal. By choosing iron instead of a voice closer to the original or more neutral, such as copper or metal, Garibay generates a contradiction or an inverse image to that expressed in the source text, in which the kind of metal used by the Spaniards was unknown to Moctezuma's ambassadors. In 1969, Arthur Anderson and Charles Dibull completed their English translation of the 12 books of the Florentine Codex, a monumental work that took them many, many years. Like Garibay, Anderson and Dibull recovered the content and part of the style of the source text. And like Garibay, they decided to clarify and disambiguate those segments that they consider obscure, as with the translation of the verb wetsi, to fall, by to discharge, a verb more specific than the one used by the authors. On the other hand, Anderson and Dibull use verbal forms in the past tense. This prevents the reader from going back inside to Moctezuma's palace and be witness of that account in real time, as we would say today. Like Garibay, Anderson and Dibull used the voice iron and other equivalences that clarify the text. One of the most controversial aspects of the Anderson and Dibull's translation, although this is not present in the fragment chosen, is archaization, because when deciding to use some grammatical forms typical of early modern English, they created a false and eclectic sense of antiquity, when the Nahuatl text is not diachronically marked, except in the cases, such as those analyzed here, when the authors wanted to reproduce a first contact vocabulary. In 1993 appeared the book We People Here by James Lockhart, in which he presents his translation of both the Nahuatl and the Castilian text of the Book 12. Going to the fragments that we are comparing, Lockhart seems to have proceeded in a very peculiar way, which is characterized by the rationalization and clarification he makes of the text, since Lockhart moves away, in particular, from the syntax and the stylistic features of the original, destroying the parallelism, as happens by simplifying the syntax, eliminating juxtaposition in favor of coordination, and omitting segments, as happens here with the description of the fire, and especially with the description of the bad smell of gunpowder. The Nahuatl text creates this stinking image through adjectival phrases going in crescendo, an effect completely lost in Lockhart's translation. This marked tendency to simplify and standardize the syntax can be seen also in the passage about the Spanish and their metal apparel. While it's extremely risky to draw conclusions from the comparison of only one of the many episodes containing in this very complex book, the review we have carried out of these different versions of Book 12, through which we have been also be able to see some of the peculiarities of the original Nahuatl text, we have verified the heterogeneous nature of this translation. In 1813, Friedrich Schleiermacher proposed, breaking with the sterile discussion about the literal or free nature of translation, that there were only two trends in translation: bringing the source text to the reader's world, or taking the reader to the world of the source text. In the reviewed examples, we have seen that Sagun in his first version and Lockhart in his privilege the referential content of the text over its formal and stylistic elements, while introducing clarifications and equivalences that disambiguate the text and omit certain items that were culturally very marked, all with the intention of favoring their Western readers, offering them completely digested and simplified versions. While Garibay and Anderson and Dibull acted in a somewhat eclectic and sometimes non-systematic but richer way, since at the same time they worried about many of the formal features of the source text, they clarified some elements and eliminated the specificity of several cultural items. Thanks to these translations, in our day, we have a fairly clear idea about the referential context of Book 12. So, in my opinion, we no longer need new translations that address only the meaning. Today, we need translations that allow us to approach to the others in their alterity and that allow us to know them as in many aspects as possible. We must give the readers the tools that allow them to get out of their comfort zone and make the effort to look at the others in their otherness. We are still far from making the trip to the world in which the Nahuatl text of the Florentine Codex was written, to that hybrid, bilingual, and bicultural world in which Sagun and the Nahua intellectuals who elaborated this text used to live. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Our next presenter is Eduardo de la Cruz, who is a native Nahuatl speaker. He is the Deputy Director of the Instituto de Docencia y Investigación Etnológica de Zacatecas, where his work focuses on the teaching and research and on the revitalization of Nahuatl. He has also taught courses at the University of Utah, UCLA, Stanford University, and University of Michigan. He is currently a doctoral student at the University of Warsaw in the School of Liberal Arts. Eduardo's fieldwork focuses on documenting ceremonial practices related to maize cultivation. His presentation today will be in Nahuatl with Spanish and English subtitles. Please join me in welcoming Eduardo as he presents Perspectives and Reflections of Indigenous Youth on the Spanish Conquest of Mexico.
Piali cualitiotlak, tlawel mechtaskamatilia para nika timonechikotoke, wanogia tlawel yolpaki papa inkakise tlatoli nahuatl, tlen ika muihkuiltok amochli códice florentino. Kihtowa. Tlaixnextili que monextije México, más que se tlanahuatili, más que tlanahuatili, tlen Oaxaquia kimanextia, palnemilistli wan, kipatlak miak tlamanti tlen altepetzitzi, ken monahuatia, ken kikoa, ken kinamaka, so ken kiasi se tlamantli. Nochi ni mokuapki uehuetlatolnemilistli tlen México, wan kitlako, nochi ni kikuapki uehuetlatolnemilistli tlen México, wan kitlako tlalamihkayotl, tlaneltokili, kitlako kenemiaya Oaxaquia, kichiji ma kijuika tlahuilantli, wan ma kikuatlalika inintlaneltokil tlen amanesi ipan pilaltepetzitzi. Panine chikoli nisanilos ken ihatza monkomachilia, wan ken ihatza moneneuilia conquista tlen México. Nimasewali wan tlawel niyolpaki niitztos pan wan itekipanos pani tlasentilistli, mas ken se nitekipanos, nechpaktia pampa nitekiti ipan niueyikali Getty, miak xiuitl tlamachtiani tlen nechmachtije kemanieliaya nikuekuetzi, kimanextiaya conquista tlen México, ken se tlamanti tlen kichiji ma onka chikaualistli wan teposiolkame nika México. Wan axkinextia uehuetlatoli tlen kema motechtije México, san kiyolpaktia ke kaxtiltlakame techpaleuije nika México. Amoxli matlactli iuanse códice florentino, quipia miak tlamantli tlen campanesi, keni hatza kipoloje masewalme tlen Mexco, ika castiltlacame. Tlen ama moixmati, moaxcatije Mexco. Miak amoxme moixpolohtok, guan kinextia keni hatza masewalme tlatehuiyaya, guan kimaneuiyaya Mexcotlali. Guan seki keni hatza mouayatlalije castiltlacame. Ihatzaonka miak amoxme tlen conquista de México y pancatlamochiloya tlen coneme kinextilia masewalme ken se axtetique pampa axmotlapeuije guan kipoloje ika tlahuilantli tlen castiltlacame. Ueli tiquitose, tlamachtilistli tlen onka pa México, kimanextia se ixtlamatilistli axkuali, pampa kichiua ma onka sisinihkayotl tlen ama masewalme ika castiltlacame. Axmonectoc mocuahtlalis amoxme, conquista tlen México, para tlamachtilistli tlen coneme. Ni amoxme moneki kimanextis keni hatza masewalme tlahuilanke, uan kimanauiaya tlen inin axka. Juan icanopa tlatewili, sotlahuilantli, nama onka achitonelhuayo, totlaneltokil, Juan totlahtol. Para tikajocuise huehuetlahtoli, huatlamantli tlen mocahcaji, tlenopa tlahuilantli, moahcocui panhuehueyi catlamachtiloya, Juan sequinoc tlamachtilistlamantli. Juan calaki san momachtiani, tlatetemouani tlen uhueyaltepetl. Juan se kensi telpocame masewalme tlen itztoque panse catlamachtiloya. Altepetzi tlen masewalme tlauel moneki ma kimpaleuica para calakise panopa ininemilis tlen Oaxapatl Juan mocuilohtoc ika nahuatl. Ni tlacalakili moneki yas achihuaca ika tlanauatili tlen onka catlamachtiloya, soni amame san ma elto pan teposamatl. Códice florentino moihcuilohtoc ika nahuatl tlen Oaxapatl, amoxtli tlen tlauel motequiuia quematlatetemoan ika aztecas, mexicas, son nahuatl. Motlahtolcuaptoc ika Castilla guan inglés, san pampa aikana onka ika nahuatl tlen ama. Keniji hueli pano, xinehneuili, tlan Beowulf se xochitlahtoli tlauelipati ika inglés tlahtoli Oaxapatl, mocuaptosquia ika alemán, francés, guan axcana ika inglés tlen ama. Tojuanti, ken timomachtiani, tlamachtiani, moneki timotemachise para toteki tlen nahuatl, guan amoxme tlen ika titequiuia, ma asi inimacual tepetzitzi tlen masewalme, guan ma kitaka telpocame, ichpocame tlen ama momachtia. Kenke timotemachia ipan telpocame, nahuatl guan sequinoc tlahtoli tlen masewalme, polihti, ixpolihti. Ipan xiuitl 1940-1980, coneme tlen momachtiaya, tlauel kimpinahtiyaya, guan kinahuayaya, quema saniloyaya nahuatl. Nama niconeme tetatahua, guan ayohkinextilia nahuatl ininconeua, para axcana ma kincocolica, guan axcana ma mocopoloca, quema momachtia caxtilantlahtoli. Huehuetlahtoli tlen ika tlamachtia, catlamachtiloya, san kinextilia ken se tlamantli tlen panoc Oaxapatl, ika masewalme, guan hueli mocomachilia ome tlamantli ken se. Masewalme tlen axixtlamati, axioltetique, tlen motechtije castiltlacame. Ome, masewalme tlen axtlahtlamiki mosisinia, axcualme pampa quincahcayaje inialtepe, quema mouayatzansejcotilije castiltlacame. Ni tlamantli hueli kichiua telpocame masewalme, ma quilcahuaca ininelhuayo, ken se masewalme tlen tlaxcala, axquiselia ininelhuayo, para axcana ma quimanextiga ken se tecahcayauani. Tlauel moneki ma moixmati huehueamoxtli códice florentino, ika inintlahtol masewalme tlen saniloa nama, para mocuamachilis achicuali nopa tlauilantli tlen campa masewalme, kena kinixacatzaqueyaya castiltlacame. Huehuamochtli tlen mocuiltoc ica nahuatl Oaxapatl, moneki maquixmatica ica sese tlahtoli tlen saniloa maseualmenama. Para maquiconmachilica nojia oncayaya uehueyi tlayencanani, tlaneltoquili tlen mosencuilia nama quema mochiua secampeca. Para mocuamachilis, achicualini ixtlamatilistli uan tlanehnehuilistli tlen quipia telpocameh maseualmenauatl, nichiji seki tlahtlanilistli ica coneme tlen quipia mahtlactli uan ome uan caxtoli uan se xiuitl pan se pilaltepetzi tlen itoca el Tecomate Chicontepec. Ni telpocameh momachtijeh tlamachtilistli nauatl inglés tlen huajcahqui eyi semano ipan agosto xiuitl 2019, campa tlayecanqui I-10 uan sequinoque momachtiani tlen Estados Unidos. Ni momachtiani niquintlanilihqui pampa ayuhana pinahuayaya uan ayuhana mahmahuiaya quema tojuanti tiquinohnotzayaya ica nahuatl so ca español. Saniltequis se, ichpocatl tlen mahtlactli uan eyi xiuitl, motlahtlanili. ¿Ticmati tlen panoc quema caxtitlacameh motechtijeh Mexco? Tlananquili. Caxtitlacameh que motechtijeh Mexco quiualicaque xiuitl tlen mocua, quiualicaque tonantzi, quiuicaque tlayoli uan quiuicaque yoyomitl, quiuicaque teocuitlatl. Axnihuelita para motechtijeh Mexco, maseualmeh axtlen quichijeh pampa mahmahuiaya, pampa caxtitlacameh tlauel tlalamiqui para moaxcatiseh se tlamantli. Inihuanti quiualica cocolistli tlen tzimpochquitzi. Caxtitlalcameh quiualicaque cocolistli nica Mexco. Ica itlananquilis que manextia tlen achtoui niquihto, maseualmeh axixtlamati, axtetique pampa axtlen quichijeh ica caxtitlacameh. Nojia quihtoua caxtitlacameh quiualicaque seki tlamantli cuali quen se la Virgen uan seki tlamantli axcuali quen se cocolistli. Saniltequitl ome, telpocatl, mahtlactli uan eyi xiuitl. Motlahtlanili, ¿ticmati tlen panoc quema caxtitlacameh motechtijeh Mexco? Tlananquili, nopa quemahsico franceses uan motechtijeh tomexco, san pampa axnihuelita pampa mohuilanque, macua oncac, miac tlamantli axcuali quema motechtijeh Mexco. Inihuanti tlatlanque, hualque tlanauatico, maseualmeh san quinmacaya tlen toaxca pampa caxtitlacameh tlauel tetique. Mohuilanayaya uan miquiyaya. Sampa telpocatl quimanextia tlen achtoui niquihto, ihatza quihtoua maseualmeh quinixacatzaqueyaya caxtitlacameh. Ica itlahtol mohuilanque uan mihque quimanextia tlauel cuali para tlateuihqueh. Teipa quema quihtoua maseualmeh tlen techcahcayajeh. Telpocatl lo quimanextia ica itlahtol quinmacayaya tlen toaxca, quimanextia maseualmeh quen se axcualmeh pampa temacaque tlen oncayaya totlaltipac. Saniltequitl eyi, telpocatl tlen caxtoli uan se xiuitl. Quihtoua tlen motechtijeh Mexco quinyecanayaya Hernán Cortés, uan elqui se tlamanti tlauel axcuali uan yeca mihqueh maseualmeh uan caxtitlacameh. Ni telpocatl quicuamachilia maseualmeh tlen Mexco motlapeuiaya ica caxtitlacameh. Para tisansecotilise isaniltequi telpocatl tlen caxtoli uan se xiuitl quihtoua. Achinihuelita nopa conquista tlen Mexco pampa techualiquilque sotechcauiltejque tlahtoli caxtian. Pampa Mexco san oncayaya tenantlahtoli, tlahtoli tlen maseualmeh. Teipa, tlatlanili catlia tlahtoli tlauel ipati, ya quihtoua nochi ome tlauel ipati. Telpocatl quimanextia achtoui tlen quiihto maseualmeh huihuitiqueh. Quema quihtoua techcauiltejque tlahtoli caxtian quen se herencia. Herencia se tlamanti tlauel ipati tlen techcauilteua tonana so totata. Ica telpocatl quimanextia nochi ome sanili ipati, quimanextia caxtilan tlahtoli quen se tlamantli cuali, más cuali tlen se tlahtoli tlen maseuali. Tlen quimanextia telpocatl hueli mocuamachilia quen se racismo tlen eltoc iihtico tlahtoli. Saniltequitl nawi. Telpocatl, castoli guanawi xuitl. Quimanestia que mutechtije México, quinahuatiaya Hernán Cortés, guan quinequiaya san, quicuise nochitlamantli tlenipati, quensetiocuitlatl para que huicase inintlaltipac. Teipa muchihuili tlatlanelistli. Tlen quichije masewalme que mamutechtiaya México castiltlacame. Telpocatl tlananquili. Nupa axtlawel nikmati, más que mutechtise México, quineje kihuica nochi tlen yejyectzi pan initlaltipac. Nopa axtlawel, san pampa miak masewalme tlateuiaya ika caxtiltlacame guan quimanahuiaya inintlalhui. Mosencuilia tlatlanelistli, tlen tinehnehuilia quema nechcahuico caxtiltlacame México, telpoquel san tlananquilia, macua inijuanti san techcuilico nochi nopa tiocuitlatl, nopa tel tlen tlauel ipati. Miak yaino quitemua nama. Tlen quitoa moamos tlen ueuetlahtoli, tlananquilia. Quitoa tlen quihualicaque tlamantli cuali, nohia quihualicaque cocolistli, quen se viruela, so sarampión. Se tlamantli, telpocatl tlen quipiac matlactli uan naui xiuitl, quimanextia conquista tlen México, el quitlauel cuali, techmagac tlahlamequilistli pampa oaxajia tlamantli tlen ika tequitiaya, axtlauel cuacuali eliyaya, quen se hacha tlachiuali ika tetl, uan ama motequiuia teposme tlen tlauel cuacuali. Telpocatl ika coyome tlen sequinoc tlali, quicuamachilia quen se tlamantli cuali, pampa quihualicaque tlahlamequilistli nika México. Techmagaque tepostle cuacuali para titequitise. Nohquia quimanextia, masewalme mocaje prowes, pampa quinquixtilige nochi tlen ininaxca. Nitlaneneuilistli axcuali, pampa masewalme quipia uan quipia tlahlamiquilistli uan miek ixtlamatilistli ipati para quichihuase miek tlamantli quen se pahtli. Saniltequitl macuili. Ichpocatl, tlen matlactli uan ome xiuitl, motlahtlanili. Tikmati tlen panok quema caxtiltlacame motechtije México? Caxtiltlacame tlen motechtije México nopa xcanacuali, pampa quihuicaque nochi tlen oncayaya Veracruz, quihuicaque nochi tlen tlauel ipati. Sayok tlahtlanilistli. Quen motechtije México uan quihuicaque nochi tlen ipati, techcahuilteje se tlamantli cuali, ichpocatl tlananquilia. Techcahuiltejen inintlahtol caxtian. Ichpocatl no quimanextia caxtiltlacame, quihuicaque nochi tlen ipati, uan techcahuilteje caxtilantlahtoli. Itlanehnehuilis seja ika tlen nochi itequixpoyoua quitoje. Ika nisan iltequitl momachtiani quipixtia tlauel quentzi ixtlamatilistli tlen queniji motechtije México. Se tlaixnextili tlen campa quicuamachilia asiko caxtiltlacame México, peje tlateuia uan quihuicaque nochi tlamantli ipati tlen oncayaya México. Masewalme tlen nopa cauitl axtlen quichije, uan inijuanti san techcahuilteje inintlahtol. Nitlanehnehuilistli pano pampa xonca se cuali ixtlamatilistli ika conquista tlen México, uan pampa xcana momacatoc mamoixmati ni amame tlen huacapatl ika masewalme tlen ama. Telpocame axtlauel quimanextije tlan cuali so axcuali tlen nopa panok, inijuanti san quicuamachilia se tlamantli tlen monehqui panok. Tlan axmomanextia nochi tlen panok, somocotona se tlateuili tlen huacaji eyi xiuitl 1919 a 1521 huelis pano eyi tlamantli. Se, mocuamachili masewalme México axtlauel so axcana tlateuije ika caxtiltlacame quema quintlalquixtiyaya. Nitlamantli quihtoa nochi momachtiani tlen tequipanoque. Quema moxtli matlactli uan ome códice florentino quipia ompouali uan se capítulos tlen campa saniloa ika nitlamantli. Masewalme quena tlateuije uan quena motlapeuije quema siko caxtiltlacame. Ome. Se tlanahuatili tlen mopatlak tlauel chikauak, kichiji mexicas ma elika tlauel ax yoltetique ika inintlalhui. Miak telpocame quitoje nitlamantli, amoxtli códice florentino quimanextia, mas igualme miak vuelta tlatehuije, guan quimanahuiaya inintlalhui ika caxtiltlacame. Nojia quinitzquiyaya seki caxtiltlacame, y hatzenihuanti kipiaya cualitepostli para tlatehuise, guan nojia miak mas igualme mije ika nopa cocolistli tlen kiualikake caxtiltlacame. Eyi. Kipolowiltia nochi tlamantli tlen panok. Mumachtiani axkimatiaya tlen panok kemasiko caxtiltlacame. Amoxtli códice florentino quimanextia miak tlamantli tlen panok, ken ihatza monemiliaya, ken ihatza tequitiaya, guan kualantli tlen kimpanhuitziaya kema kipoloje ueyi tlahuilantli ika caxtiltlacame. Mumachtiani teipa kemakipoje achitlahuiloli tlen kimanextia mochtli matlactli uan ome códice florentino, tlauel kiuelitake, inihuanti kitake ken se tlamantli yehyectzi, pampa kimatke maseualme tlen mexco, kena tlatehuije, guan itztoya seki tlayenkanani ken se Cuauhtémoc. Onkak miak tlahuilanani tlen kimanahuiaya inialtepe, tlamantli tlen moihkuiltok ika náhuatl. Nochi telpocame uan ichpocame tlahtlanque ken kiaxkana monextilia nitlamantli pan ininkatlamachtiloya. Totechpoui tlen ueli tikalaki kampa onka niamame para toteki nojia ma asi uan ma kipouaka miak koyome uan maseualme, uan tlauel moneki ma siti ipan altepetzitzi. Axkana moneki san mopixtos ni ueuamame pan uehueyi kaltamachtiloya, so ma elto pan teposamatl. Moneki ma mopankixti uan ma kitaka miak maseualme. Onka momachtiani uan seki kaltamachtiloya tlen kichiua se ueyi tekitl ika altepetzitzi uan nimantzi nesi iniyolpakilis ni chinankome. Nihneki nimagnextis ueyi tekitl tlen kichiua ueyi kali kaltlatetemoketl Getty, ika iteki tlen kampa kitlahtolkuapa ika náhuatl tlen ama amoxtli códice florentino, se ueyi tekitl tlen mochiua pampa kikalakia maseualme tlen ama. Nikihtoa tinochime ma tinehnehuilika kentzi, toteki uelis asi ika maseualme tlen ama san iloa náhuatl. Nikixpanok me brinque esa. ¿Kena? Bueno. ¿Shkana? Tisencuilice. Tlen titekiti ika mame huacapatl, tlauel axoui timoxelose ika maseualme tlen ama, tlen iniaxka ueueamoxme. Ueuetlahtoli axkana san se tlamantli huacapatl. Ni techpaleuis ika tinochime. Tlauel moneki ma tikinilamikica uan ma titenextilika. Tekitl tlen mochiti ika ni amame, tlauel moneki ma kixmatika altepetzitzi, senka ken kichiua ni ueyi kaltlamachtiloya Getty. Tlantelpocame uan ichpocame ueli kixmati amochtli, matlactli uan ome códice florentino, uan sekinok amatl tlen huacapatl uelis onkas seki tlamantli ken se. Telpocame kipiyasa se kuali tlakuamachilistli tlen ika tlen panok kemasiko caxtiltlacame uan motechtije mexco, tlamantli tlen kichiji ma mokuahtlali, seki altepetzitzi tlen ken ihatza mouika, tlacoa uan tlanamakanama. Ome, telpocame ueli kipatlase inintlanehneuil ika altepetzitzi, uan ijino kipiyase se kuali tlanehneuilistli ika jia inihuanti eliyaya nopa maseualme tlen tlatehuije kemasiko caxtiltlacame. Eyi, telpocame telpocame quinequisi achioc inahuatlatol uan quiejecose inintlaneltoquil. Quichihuas más aniloca huamatlacuiloca y canahuatl. Uan hino mochicahuilis uan mosencuilis tlahtoli nahuatl. Nochi nitlanehnehuilistli uala ica coneme uan nojia notlanehnehuilis que mapeji nitequipano uaya coneme tlen tecomate. Nica nesi seki momachtiani inintoca tlen ama monespanoa uaya coneme tequitise. Inihuanti quinextilia tlahtoli tlen inglés, uan tiquinextilia náhuatl, uan miak tlamantli tichiua para coneme ma ixtlapanica. Entonces, nica tiquintlascamatilia momachtiani tlen nica Estados Unidos, uan nojia tiquintlascamatilia coneme tlen pilaltepetzi tecomate para techpaleuije, techmacani saniltequitl entrevista. Ueyi tlascamati.